By far, there is nothing worse than showing up as your true, authentic self. Being yourself, inside and out, shining your light, walking in your purpose, walking in your truth, trying to improve, trying to better yourself, trying to heal yourself, love yourself, trying to evolve. And people get agitated by that. People become furious, even. They become judgmental and vengeful, envious and jealous. Here come the smear campaigns. Here come the lies, the slander, and the gossip. Here comes the humiliation rituals. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Self-love is currency. We are on episode 16 of our Reveal to Heal series. The more that we reveal, the more that we heal. And the more that we heal, the more opportunities we create to reveal our true, authentic selves. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button. And go ahead and subscribe to this channel if this message and or title resonates, or if any other content on this channel resonates. So all of my returning subscribers, my day ones, my OGs, thank you all so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart and soul. Without further ado, let's get right back into it. Know what the fuck is going on. You got to be self-aware, but also aware of the energy of other people, and also aware of the energy that other people may spew against you. You got to be aware because some people are not, and then they act from that very place. You got to be careful how you treat people. And let me pause because I don't even think I said the title. But today's episode is entitled Surviving Humiliation Rituals, Gossip, Slander, and Smear Campaigns. Yeah, so let's get back into it now that I said that little piece. But you have to be careful who you are entertaining. It might be an angel, a guide, destiny helper, or someone sent to help you heal. But some people are so stuck in their own darkness that they will sacrifice the help that God and their ancestors sent because their light exposes their darkness. And they'll sacrifice you by way of humiliation rituals, gossip, slander, lies, and smear campaigns. When it comes to spirituality, it's rather simple, if you ask me. And it's not so woo-woo, taboo, or scary as it sometimes is portrayed. When I was younger, I participated in the spelling bee. And it was a pretty big deal for me back then, but I still didn't have much of a clue how magical words are, and that words are spells. So we must be very careful what comes out of our mouths, especially when it comes to people. And also, we must be very careful what words we associate with people. Some people don't give a fuck though. And that's the sad reality. Speaking is serious. And speaking of humiliation rituals, a humiliation ritual is a deliberate act designed to dishonor, shame, or degrade an individual or group, often to assert power and control. It is a process of systematic abuse that can be psychological, physical, or both. The ritual's primary goal is to strip the victim of their status within a community and invalidate their sense of self-worth. The psychological impact is often profound. End of story. People do dark magic and dark shit. This is how I know spiritual warfare is real. People do dark shit for evil reasons. So, what does this look like? And I can give y'all so many examples, but we don't have too much time today. So I'm just going to start off with one that came first to mind when I started journaling and writing about this topic. I used to be I guess I'll say a teen choir director. So whenever I was a teenager, I directed the children's choir at church. Um, and I can recall being, and I can't even say scolded or reprimanded because those terms are way too light to describe what happened. Um, but my quote unquote dad, who was also a pastor, I think I sung something wrong. I was directing, but I also sang as well, and I was singing a part of um the song wrong. I can't recall exactly what I did wrong, but it still did not warrant for what came afterwards, which was verbal abuse. Him quote, mind you, we in a church, so he's telling me to fix my fucking face. Um, shut the F up. Just really disrespectful, mind you. There are other um teenagers and kids there in the choir witnessing all this. And I just remember feeling like my stomach knot up, just really embarrassed. And it was totally uncalled for. I was a pretty well mannered child. I mean, and I'm laughing because I mean, obviously, the physical and the verbal abuse would have figuratively and literally whipped me into shape. But I wasn't out of hand. I did well in school. Was not a problematic child at all. So this response or just his behaviors towards me were very unwarranted. And now years later, I realized that he did not love himself. He did damn sure didn't love me. Um, but yes, I just remember feeling extremely embarrassed and humiliated. I remember feeling small. Um, fast forward years later, I'm dating this guy. We get into an argument. And I was yelled at in a grocery store. So this was a public place, lots of people there. And that instance actually took me back to many instances with my quote unquote father. Um, and this is just a generic or general example, but being intentionally left out of group outings with friends and family, that can also be deemed as a humiliation ritual because people will leave you out on purpose so that they can elicit some type of feelings of unworthiness, of disappointment and sadness within you. So you are indirectly but directly being targeted by their lack of not extending an invitation for whatever reason that they tell you or try to like make up in their mind. But a lot of people, and let me spit this gum out because I do not want to be chomping away, but people will purposely leave you out of situations to make you feel some type of way. Or if they invite you, um, they invite you only to humiliate you in person so you can be their side entertainment for the night by making fun of your appearance publicly or, excuse me, via sneak disses, backhanded compliments, passive aggressive comments, or comical shade. That's going on right before your eyes via a group chat you were not a part of but in. So you out with your so-called friends, you hear everybody's phones going off, everybody's kikiing and laughing at what seems to be the same thing. Then you see everybody texting and you're wondering, what's so damn funny? It's you, sis. It's you, bro. Meanwhile, you're feeling out of place. because you ain't laughing and kikiing like everybody else. The vibe is now thrown off. You can't figure out why you came anyway. The classic bullying mean girl aesthetic. Humiliation rituals happen all the time within friend groups, at work, at church, but you have to understand why. If it takes a group of people to come against you, you bad as hell, physically and even on a spiritual level. If a person has to wait until they are in front of an audience to bring up something distasteful or embarrassing about you, they don't like you and they don't like themselves. But they see something in you, though, that they like and desire. So they want to humble you, they want to humiliate you, make you feel small, unloved, undervalued, not special, like you ain't popping and ain't got motion, because that's how they feel about themselves. They want to demonize you because they know that you are high key great. And of course, the bigger the better. So the more people they get on board to dislike you, not understand you, to agree with their point of view, the more validated and just they feel for their devious behaviors. As far as gossip and smear campaigns go, anyone or outside person quick to believe a lie or half truth doesn't know to think, doesn't know how to think for themselves. They are a true follower. And I'm gonna just insert an example here. You fall out with somebody, and then in the narcissistic community, these people are considered flying monkeys. They um go and try to paint this narrative of you to their friends, and that friend that they're painting the negative narrative to is quick to believe them, not getting your side of the story at all. And that's what category you have to put these folks in: the follower category, meaning that they don't know how to use their brains themselves. They go off of what other people say and do. And that's a crazy position to be in. So you also have to feel sorry for them too. Now that you know the reasons why people do participate in humiliation rituals, smear campaigns, while they lie on you, slander your name, you have a leg up because you had a game. Um, you have the reasons behind the pettiness. So you need to disengage. You need to quit befriending, hanging around, dating, and sometimes even marrying people like this. These people ain't your friends and ain't your family. You have to up your discernment and your vetting process by knowing the signs to look out for. How do they treat other people? Do they gossip, slander others to you? Quit telling people your business. And that's sometimes your biggest downfall, because the same people that you are telling your business to, some of them don't even like you. So you are giving them free ammunition. Be a bitch and self protect. And in this community, bitch stands for bold, intelligent, truth telling, courageous, human, because we are always transmuting and transforming what may be considered negative, turning it into a positive thing. And just to continue what to look out for, I actually had a note in my phone, so I'm going to read that as well. But be careful who you befriend and date. Are they prone to gossip? Do they share private details of others, friends, relatives, as a means to make themselves look better? These are the same types of people that if you decide to walk away or end things because of mistreatment or abuse, will spin it on you, making you out to be the bad guy to people. They will lie on you in attempt to ruin your reputation in order to keep their name in the clear. But check this. Their actions are shitty and lack power. For real. God is all powerful and God will vindicate you. Real, authentic, raw, and true people who move with integrity, know lies, and know what's up. They see behind all of that. If they are aware, there's no need to defend or dispute unless absolutely necessary. Put your head on straight, work on yourself, and allow God, your ancestors, spirit guides, to work on your behalf behind the scenes. Allow God to vindicate you. If you are still tuned into this message, thank you all so much for listening, and thanks so much for your continued support. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button and go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Drop your comments down below. Let me know if you can resonate with this message, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.